Chef John, Ghetto Gourmet. Hey, it started heating up. It started getting loud. Hear that? So I turned it way down now to 4. It was all the way up on like 5 or 6. And we're just going to let those, and see the bubbles? And you can hear it. That's pretty hot. I can always take it off the heat, but I'd rather be the friend of the heat. Be the friend of the heat, and you respect the heat, and the heat ain't gonna get you. But you start trying to fight against it. Yeah. That's how you not get burned. Don't go fast. Do things precisely. Then learn to go fast. Speed will come. I used to be able to fry with, like, you know, I'd double stack my baskets in 4 fryers. So I would run the double stack the end 2 baskets sometimes with like popcorn shrimp on top and something like chicken on the bottom. And use, like, you know, keep 8, 10, up to 12 fryers working. 10 fryers, really. Because I do always run hush puppies out the other end. Maybe fries sometimes. That was way back in the day. Whoa. Get away from the food. Alright, so these, you see how they're breaking apart there? That's kind of cool. Alright. So the concept of frying is that the heat generated by the oil forces the moisture that's in the item to expand. And as it expands, steam is created. The heat, the moisture expands, heated up, gets faster, molecules moving. Steam is created. The steam rushes out, as we see in bubbles right here. And as the steam rushes out and the grease slowly penetrates in, is when you start to get the caramelization. And that's the whole concept of frying right there. So on a potato, you can tell when it's crunchy and golden brown or when it's soft. We're going to let these go even lower. I'm going to slow them down a little bit more. Because the next batch is going to be, well, about the same size. So, when you're doing these at home, one, I want you to be very, very careful. No kids in the room. Alright? Kids and frying don't mix. Unless they're old enough to understand, stay away from your legs. Because anything, look, see this entire zone down here? I'm absolutely crazy for doing this in bare feet. This is not smart of me at all. But I've got new shoes on. My feet hurt like heck. My legs hurt like heck. And I need to do this. I was bored. We're going to play some disc golf tomorrow. Maybe I'll do some filming out there. Really, what I'm doing is preparing for my homeboy to come over. And maybe some of his friends. And I got 2 filet mignons thawing right now. And, you know, we're going to make some nice food happen. And then I like having French fries around. They're a great snack to have. And this whole bag was $2, like $1.59 for a 5-pound bag. And you can already see how many French fries I'm getting out of it. And I only used maybe 1/3 of the bag for this. Okay. And these are kind of fries. They're not. When you get French fries really from the supermarket, they seem to have lost. They've lost a lot of. There's not as much oil, there's not as much whatnot in them. Just plain and simple because they, I mean, they're potato and all that. But when you mass produce stuff, I didn't move too much oil. I'm trying to keep the oil. When you mass produce stuff, and you're not paying attention to each and every little item as you can as a chef, as a home chef especially. You know what I mean? Creating a meal for your family is this wonderful ability. And look, just French fries for your kids, you know? And look, wax paper. And you guys remember, I reuse almost everything except for saran wrap. And that's why I have plastic bags and stuff, and that's getting hot, so I'm going to put you down. I'm going to put the next batch in. Whoop, right into dead water, or dead oil. Straight dead oil that time. Look. Straight dead oil. That's cold. Turn it up to 4.5, 5. 4.5 this time. Last time we went to 5.5. Let's try 4.5. See what happens. Alright, and also, I ran out of room on that layer. Ouch! Yes, they are hot. They came from the fryer. Now, my buddy worked at Thrasher's French Fries, Boardwalk Fries. I'm from the East Coast. It's a French fry place. They got real popular real fast because they use peanut oil. And he said they cook them 7 different times. And there he said, dude, the fry schedule there, just staying on top of, because you have to have them ready, but you also can't have too many going, you know, and to work out just the schedule on making French fries, he said, was pretty tricky. I got him a job as a waiter, knew his family, knew his kids, you know. I wonder what he's doing now. Excuse me. Alright, we're getting no action over here, so I'm going to turn them up a little bit more. I'm watching Poltergeist in the background. My door's all open. I'm kind of talking loud. I should shut the door. It stays hot in my apartment until like 9:30. So, and then I lock the cats up and open my door. That somebody out there certainly wants. So I looked up how unique it is for a cat to have black whiskers and a black mouth and black paws. I've had 4 cats named Joe Black already, and this cat is by far the blackest, except for he's got a little white, like a little like a thing like that. Oh, you can't see my hand. Like, so that just don't work. I'll draw it someday for you. Or I'll just pick the cat up. I have. You guys seen pictures? Just a little white patch, like a boomerang on the belly, but bigger than a boomerang. Alright, so the bubbles are starting to go fast again. I'm going to slow them down. Alright, and notice it was just on that one side too. So, let's load them back down to a 4. That's more or less what we're doing these at. They're coming out nice and soft. I might, you know, rush a little batch here so we can have some. I can have some in a few minutes. No, I've been eating starch all day. I bought this loaf of bread today. That's all I gotta say is butter and, like, yeah. I didn't, like I said, I didn't sleep last night. So I have all yesterday's food, which was pizza. And then I got I ate the whole thing and it was too good. And then I had too much inside of me all at once. I started with cookies and that messed up my digestive system. And I pretty much knew that too as a chef. That, like, when you're really, really hungry, you're about to eat something big, don't eat sugar. Because it'll accelerate your whole metabolism level and your palate, and so anything after that, your body's already digested the sugar and it sits on top of the starch, and you want to start working on the proteins and the starches first before it really starts working into breaking down sugars. That's why you have dessert at the end of the meal, and you have something like it's called a amuse-bouche. Okay, excuse me, I'm twitching back here. It's called an amuse-bouche, and it's meant to open or awaken the palate. So an amuse-bouche for something like lamb would be a little bread cut out canopy with like a cheese spread on there with like parsley, with just parsley and a dash of onion, preparing your palate for the food. A dash of onion too would be important, and so not too salty or anything. You want something that it has a little bit of salt Has a little bit of like sour or bitter to it. Has a little bit of meatiness to it, a little bit of the umami flavor. And all right, man. I was gonna sneak some fries with them. I get lost in what I'm talking about. No, the whole no script thing. Sometimes you guys get a lot of information when I do that. That's why I do no scripts. It's like, man, if I can bust out some serious info on the no, on the no. Got me new shoes today. Came home with $13 in my pocket. I swear to you, I come home with $13 in my pocket all the time. All the time. I'm gonna buy a new swivel for my bag. Yeah, that straight broke this stuff. Broke the thing. I showed y'all. Yeah, so he says, well, this one holds 560 pounds. It's $10, man. That's a lot of money for me, man. You know, $10, it's $10. I wanted to get a new disc, but I can want that for a while, man. Maybe God will let me find some that's lost, and never found again, and I find it, and it'll be a gift. We used to go going through the muck looking for Frisbees years ago. We're just process cooking a bunch of French fries, man. So we're back to that big bubble level. Too much heat. Turn it down 3. All right. See, that's almost browning there. We don't want that. Some of these are floating. All right, I'm going to take these out too. All right. We're going to keep them all about the same way. Because when they freeze, they're going to lose a little moisture too. Before, I used to do them until they were really soft. And they get like really, like filled with this like that good greasy crunchiness. But I haven't been able to hit that yet with the wok. So that's why I kind of did these all a little bit different. Ooh, move the oil carefully. Alright, and now move it to the big one because it's safer over there in the back. Turn the handle. And then pay attention, you guys. Alright. I want to be serious about that oil thing, man, when you move it. So we're going to let these sit here for a second, then cool, and then freeze. And then we're going to heat this sucker up and make a batch quick, just on the chill down, without freezing them all the way. See how that comes out.